everyone. Welcome back to Emily Maschka Studio. I'm Emily Maschka, and today we're going to be painting snake plants. Snake plants are the plant of the bedroom. I'll explain that more. But right now, let's get painting. So I have an outline of my snake plant. I just kind of sketched it out. And then I'm using a really bright yellow, kind of a lemony yellow, to most of the plant's edges, the leaf's edges. And then I come back in with a medium green, kind of a more earthy, leafy green. You know, it tends to be a little bit more brown yellow than blue. And I'm just going to add a wash over basically everything, all of the leaves, the inside of the leaves, to give it a nice base, and then I'll come over it again with another color to darken it up a bit. My snake plant is super dark, almost kind of verging towards black. Like, it's definitely not black, but it's close. It's very dark with bright yellow edges. It's very pretty and dramatic, just like me. It's one of my favorite plants, and it's super easy to grow. Well, so I live in Florida, so I put this plant outside, and it did really well. It's a succulent, and it does really well with not a lot of water, which is my favorite kind of plant because I always forget to water stuff. So the reason this is called this is a good bedroom plant, it's not necessarily called a bedroom plant, is that it purifies the air really well. Snake plants are one of the best at doing that, and it works to get rid of the carbon dioxide throughout the night, which is really unique because I guess not a lot of plants do that. I guess they sleep when we sleep or something. So many people keep this in the bedroom so that when they're sleeping and doing all that mouth breathing, their air is getting filtered. I actually don't have it in the bedroom. Like I said, I have it outside, but I should take some clippings and start it and have it in my bedroom. Oh, and here I'm adding I like to call them tiger stripes to the edges. Mine is kind of a mix between, I think, two different types of snake plants. So I just add with that medium green again, these little stripes, and then I fuzz it up with a tiny bit of water to make it look more blended and fuzzy. And then I take my beautiful gold paint. I love anything shimmery. And add it to my circle. To make the circle, I just used a Pyrex bowl, like a smaller Pyrex bowl, and traced it, but you can use obviously any size bowl you have or cup or whatever you want to use. And I just painted on the exterior of that circle. Then I use the same paint to letter these words. And I chose welcome home. I thought it was fitting, right? Like, the plant's been working all day to purify your air. And it's saying, like, welcome home, your air is clean. So it's such a sweet little plant. It's very dramatic looking. It's really tall and like linear, just like me. And then after I'm done doing this, well, I kind of go over it just to make sure that it has nice coverage, thicken up any of the thinner lines. Then after I do this, I do a gray wash over the background. And I do accidentally hit the yellow and the green occasionally, and it did bleed into my gray a little bit. But I just used some paper towel and kind of soaked that up. I was trying to say mopped and soaked at the same time. Soaked it up. Anyway, I just wanted to add a little bit of depth to the background. And I thought that this gray was nice. Give it a little more character. And then if you see the paint mysteriously moving on my palette, well, okay, so there I obviously dipped into it. I gave it away. Most of the dips I edited out, but obviously not the ones where I was going to talk about paint mysteriously moving on the palette, of course. Mystery ruined. And then I wanted to add a little bit of shadow to the welcome home to ground it a little bit and make it stand out just a little bit more. Give it a little bit of homey, welcome home, homey feeling. And you just take, I'm using black, but it's with a lot of water. So it gives it a very light value, a very light gray. And I just keep adding more water and a tiny bit of paint here and there and just keep blending, blending, blending. Then I take my Micron pen, but you can use any pen you have. Any kind of felt tip pen works really well to outline all of the leaves. This is called a line and wash. You can do the lines first and then paint, but that's not what I did. You can do it either way. But I think this is a nice little piece that could be used. I mean, I think you could see this in more of a modern home, in kind of a boho chic home. I mean, even a farm style kind of home. I think it lends itself really well to a lot of different styles. I think it'd be really cute in a gold frame. And so as you can see, I'm outlining the hoop or the circle as well. I'm kind of breaking the line to give the appearance of light reflection, just to give it a little more character. I also do the lettering to make it pop a little bit more. Be careful not to write on top of it, like directly on top of it. You don't want to cover up the gold. You want to accent it. And that's it. There's our little bedroom plant, our sexy bedroom plant, the snake plant. I hope you like it, and thanks for joining me, and I hope I can see you again soon. All right, take care.